Jane is known for her long, beautiful hair, but she's never happy with herself. A group of girls from her class approached her on the hallway at school. They told her that her hair is ugly. The next day, Jane decided to cut her beautiful long hair. The same group of friends approached Jane and told her that she will never be beautiful no matter how hard she tried. Jane cried and cried and cried. Jane finally be happy with who she is and ignore all other people's opinions. With an equation of a circle where I use the form of x plus h squared plus y minus k squared equal r squared. So I substitute my h with a number which is 6.0009 and my k with negative 7.6 and my r equal to 1.321. And I also want to limit the range of the equation, so I use 7.756 smaller than y. To make a curve for my face, so I use the formula of quadratic formula in vertex form. So this is my formula, so I substituted with 0.8 x plus 6 squared plus 5.98, and I also want to limit the domain of my parabola, so I use negative 6.783 smaller than x, and x is smaller than negative 5.3. As you can see, for the lips, I use a straight line, so I use the equation of a straight line, which is y or x plus a number. So in this case, I use y and a number, which is 6.7, and I want to limit the line into a smaller one, so I limit the domain of my equation, which is negative 6.34 smaller than x, and x is smaller than negative 5.66. In my animation, I use a lot of equation of a slope. For example, this one, which is y equal mx plus c, so I substitute my m with negative 0.5 and c with 2.16. So I also want to cut it off into a shorter piece, so I limited my range, which is 5.16 smaller than y, and y is smaller than 5.1452. To shade the skirt of my animation, I have to use inequality. So for example, this part of the skirt I shaded, I have to use the line L1, which is the equation for my sine wave here, and I have to use L2 to represent the straight line on top, and I cut it with a domain of, and also this one with a range, and I use the inequality equation, which is L1 smaller or equal to y, and y is smaller or equal to L2, which is this part. For example, if I remove the L2, the shading will go all over the part, so I have to limit it, so equal to L2. I use sine wave and it's in radian mode instead of degree mode. The difference is the radian mode is smaller in scale and the degree mode is bigger in scale. So if we use degree mode for this, it would take up to 360 in order to make one curve. And I added slider to the hair to make it move. So in my so this is how I do it. I use the equation and added my slider to it, which is V, and if I remove the slider, the hair will not show as the movement goes down to the fruit. So this is how it will look like if I remove the slider.